Jeff was asking about LSAT Flex in particular. What would get you about the raw score conversions there? And I won't address the specific numbers because we don't really know the specific numbers of how things will convert there. My simplest solution for this is simply take your raw score and multiply by 4/3 and go from there. And I have some videos in the course with more depth on this. I also have videos on YouTube that go into more depth on LSAT Flex in particular. And that's more of a nuanced question. So I'm not going to go too much in depth on that right now, just because that's more of an advanced question for down the line. I'd say for now, at the beginning, don't worry too much about the particulars on how raw scores convert or how you're doing. And that's why I don't even have you do cold diagnostics. I don't believe in cold diagnostics. A lot of folks will say, if they're joining the course or working with me one-on-one, should I take a cold diagnostic so we know what to work on? And I'm saying, if you're starting at square one, then you're not going to reach your goal. You're not going to do well from the very beginning on day one. If you haven't learned the LSAT, you're going to bomb your practice test because it's a foreign language you haven't even learned yet. It's like if I walk into a Japanese class knowing no Japanese, I'm not going to do great. I'm going to know nothing at all. My comprehension will be 0. And the LSAT can kind of feel that way sometimes too at the very beginning when you're just starting off. It is a foreign language. It's something that you haven't encountered anything like it before. So why would you be testing yourself on material you haven't learned yet? Save the practice tests for later. If you want to take one just as a benchmark to see where you're at later, that's totally fine, but don't take it as an indication of how you're ultimately going to do on test day. Take it simply as a benchmark to later measure your progress. And games especially, the results are often abysmal at the very beginning where you're getting less than half of them right. I certainly bombed it. I think I got like a quarter of them right at the start, which is like slightly better than random guessing and not much more than that. And that's fine because it's the most perfectible section on average. And the good news is if you're taking LSAT Flex, which you very may well be over the next few months, games matters more than it does on the regular LSAT. So if you can perfect games or get close to that, that's going to be a major game changer in your performance. So don't place too much stock in how you're doing on games at the very beginning of your prep. There's still plenty of room for improvement, especially there. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.